Hey everybody, Megan Caffrey checking in from our studios in New York City with a fresh episode of Fast Break. We're right about the halfway point in conference play, so there is a lot to get into today. Starting with the fact that some big time records were broken this past weekend. We'll get there in just a bit. Today we will also get a behind the scenes look at a day in the life of some of our head coaches in the league, and we will talk about some big time transfers who are making quite the name for themselves this season in conference play. But let's get started on the main line, where this weekend Maddie Siegrist became the all-time leading scorer in Villanova history in their win over Creighton. And yes, you heard me right. Siegrist is not only the leading scorer in Villanova women's basketball, but the all-time leading scorer in both Villanova men's and women's basketball with 2,414 career points. She caught up with our very own Kim Adams after the game to talk a little bit more about this accomplishment. Check it out.
Maddie Siegrist, congratulations with 23 points tonight. You become Villanova's all-time leading scorer. And I remember talking to you at the Big East tournament last year. Villanova was really your only major conference offer. You just wanted to be good enough to play at Villanova. So how do you sum up what this moment feels like for you?
I mean, it's like surreal. I never could have dreamed of something like this. It's all credit to my teammates and coaches. I'm just so grateful to play at Villanova and all the people that are here. Like, it's really the people.
It hasn't just been Siegrist, though. This Villanova team as a whole has been hot. They have won 9 straight, which brings us to our second headline. Villanova is second in the league standings at 9-1, with that lone loss coming from Creighton, which dates back all the way to the beginning of conference play. Villanova has been on fire recently, and it hasn't just been Maddie Siegrist during this stretch for Nova. Penn State transfer Maddie Burke has been really impactful. She scored a season-best 15 in their win over Creighton and just gets herself involved not only offensively, but on the defensive end as well. She's part of a Nova team who has the league's best scoring defense and has really locked it in on that end of the floor over this stretch. Moving on to headline number 3, where after a brief skid, St. John's got back on track this past week with 2 straight wins over Marquette and DePaul. And we've talked about her plenty before, but transfer Jayla Everett has really been impactful for this Johnny squad. Over those 2 games, the guard averaged 21 points and shot just over 47% from beyond the arc. She has come in and not only leads her team in scoring, but is also 5th in the league in scoring, averaging 17.3 points per game. She's got range as well. She's 3rd in the conference in made threes this season. And head coach Joe Tartamella talks so highly about her. Not only about the tangible skills she has brought to his team, but also the leadership off the court as well. Now let's take a look at the league standings as we're right about at the halfway point here in conference play. We've got some separation with the top 3 teams. You see UConn, Villanova, and St. John's wraps out the top 3, and then that's where the fun begins, right in the middle there. But remember, a lot of separation can still happen with some big time games coming up this weekend for some movement to start happening. On February 1st, we'll celebrate National Girls and Women in Sports Day with a female-forward broadcast covering the Villanova-Marquette game, which highlights 2 of our female head coaches in the league, Villanova's Denise Dillon and Marquette's Megan Duffy. Now, we are so used to seeing these coaches on the sideline, but we were able to get a sneak peek at what a typical day in the life is with these head coaches. And in anticipation of this special broadcast on FS2, we've got a little sneak peek for you. Check it out.
A typical day, we're always meeting as a staff in some form. I'm really big on being on the same page. In our profession, we're around our coaching staff and our support staff here at Marquette more than our family sometimes, so it has to be a second family. When you have a group of people you love to be around, it makes your job really fun and it makes it feel like it's not a job.
One-on-one time with the players is so important to me. It was my favorite thing when I started coaching, when I was an assistant here at Villanova, and I typically look for just a 30-minute shots out of our offense session. Just that connection, it's not the pressure of you're focusing on everybody at practice. The individual workouts was my favorite, and I am so excited that I never lost that. Good. today we rolled into practice in the Finn. When we have a home game coming up, we like to be here in the Finn.
Good, good, good. Dig.
Handle the physicality. Handle it. Handle it.
When I describe my energy at practice,
Good. Pop it. Pop. Good. Attack. Attack. Good. Gauntlet. Strong.
I love the game so much. I try and exude that into our players.
Get in the play. Get in the play. I want to be great right now. Come on. Push. Push. Come on. Get up on her.
If I don't live up to that every day, then I don't expect my team to. I just am so grateful for the opportunity to be able to play sports and coach now. I would not be here today if it wasn't for the opportunities I had as a young girl to try anything and be anything I wanted to be.
Playing here and playing for Harry was a great experience. When he officially retired and this position opened, to step in and fill his shoes, it really was an ultimate dream. This is where I'm supposed to be and what I'm supposed to be doing. It feels right, and I just want to continue to do the best I can for this university.
I will actually be sidelined for that game, and I cannot wait. We have so much good stuff coming for you, so mark your calendars. February 1st on FS2. You do not want to miss it. Now let's take a peek at what we have to look forward to this week. Plenty of midweek Big East women's basketball as we take a look at the schedule right here. 3 games on the docket for Wednesday night, all of them on the Big East Digital Network. In non-conference action, UConn will take on Tennessee Thursday night at 8 p.m. Eastern Time on ESPN. And then plenty of hoops all weekend long. Coverage tips off on the Big East Digital Network Saturday afternoon at 1 p.m. Eastern Time when Seton Hall hosts DePaul. I'll be on the sideline for that one. Also at 1 p.m., Georgetown hosts Creighton. And then on Sunday, to wrap up the weekend, Marquette pays a visit to Butler. And then it is a battle between the top 2 teams in the league as UConn hosts Villanova at 2 p.m. Eastern Time on CBS SN. Be sure you are following us on Twitter at Big East WBB for all of the updates and everything you need to know about Big East women's basketball. We are about halfway through conference play. Mohegan Sun is getting nearer and nearer. We can't wait to chat a little bit more about Big East women's hoops next week. We'll see you then.